Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome to the Rant Raven America. It's hot as heck outside, guys, so we are going to be inside today. And bear with the AC because we're not turning it off because it is hot, and our house is like a toaster oven. So we turn off the AC, then we don't get be hot inside the house too. So you know what, we'll deal with it. So apologize about the AC, but yeah, not going to turn it off. Not today. Uh, so the Democratic Party, they're still up in uproars over the debate. They're going to come up with someone who's going to replace Biden. Here's my kicker, though. I don't know why they're in this rush. I mean, if they honestly sat back, thought about this, they start trying to do some damage control and talk Biden up and whatnot. I mean, this isn't your typical election year right now. Your typical election, you got 1 and 2 debates that happen with only a month or two left when they're done to then go out and vote. And then the election happens. We are 100-something days out. So it's like, what's the big deal here? If you think about it. Hell, right now, Trump's just sitting back, be on cruise control. Just keep doing what he's doing. We don't heard a lot out of the president at all. He's been pretty mum. Just running his campaign, which is perfectly right. That's what he needs to do. What I really figured I talk on, guys, and what I hit on today is what we are seeing over the past 8 years. That we've been going through the past 4 years. America, as we knew it, is taking its last sign. I was talking left about this earlier. And regardless of what happens, both presidential candidates are correct. This election is huge and could very well be the last one. But the America that we grew up in, and by me, everyone that grew up before the 2000s, that America is on its last leg, and this election will be its last gasp. It'll let out its last sigh. And whatever's left over after this upcoming election, that's going to be the new America. And they're thinking, like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, let's the Democrats win this election. And they're going to have a whole new regime now. They're not going to let go of that power now. America's going to totally transform the way that they've been trying to kill it over the past 8 years. Where you're going to have the weaponization of justice used again in the Justice Department being used against the civilian population to keep the civilian population in control. Your Social Security can go bye-bye because they're going to make this a not so much a communist country per se, close to. The Social Security is going to go. Instead, what you're going to have is once you pay your dues, you retire. They'll give you X amount of money and go fade off in the sunset. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your life. Most of the welfare programs, you can pretty much slash those goodbye to. It's either that, or they'll do what my mind always runs back to The Expanse. And what they did in that show there is you got 3 forms of government subsidies. You either work to get a government check, or if you're help out with the civilian population, you get a tier 2 government check. And if you just want to freeload, not do shit, you live on the streets, you get a low tier government check. I can see Democrats doing that too. That's the morbid dark side of the new America that can come out of this election. The brighter side of America is America will be built back up, and it will be made stronger, it will be built better than what it was, and it will be a great country once more. But to do that, that's going to take a Republican victory pretty much across the board. To where the Republicans keep control of the House, control the Senate. Then we can build back up our great country. But it won't be the country that we've been living in. You're going to see lower taxes, less government control, a whole lot of de-weaponization of the justice system. Social Security will be intact. And it will be our right to claim that later on as we retire. Not as the Democrats put it, it's not our right, it's a privilege. No, the fuck it ain't, it's not a privilege. We're going to build back up the military street. America won't so much pull itself out of global affairs, and I say that so much as in the way like the banking, and we'll be going to do it a whole lot less for foreign aid, but we will make sure the World Bank stay on top of everything, because unfortunately, unless there's a way around this, I still think the global banking community is still going to rely on the American dollar. I don't see a path out of that from World War II. I could be mistaken on that. But yeah, the America that we know, the America that we love, it's on its last breath. One of my favorite things from the movie, and from one of my favorite movies, once this election happens, America's just going to decide to just go Rosebud. And that'll be the last gasp. I'm hoping that after November we come out a whole lot better. Now, granted, there's still a 4-month period there of transitioning and whatnot. You know, there will be no transition. All depends. And we'll go back to what I said. Why do I think that this will be our last election? Well, because America's already divided as it is. And the outcome, one way or the other, is going to be really messy. I don't like to use the term, I know I throw it out there a lot. We really can't afford another civil war fighting amongst ourselves, but that is definitely one of the key outcomes that could come out of this election. Or, and again, the wife and I were talking about this, and I said, or Trump wins the election, and then Trump holds power for 10, 15 years. So the view about that now, because the election is one of our fundamental cores of the country. Would I be okay with this so far as, is there anyone else there that can do what Trump has done with this country right now that's living and breathing? No, there isn't. But that doesn't mean I'd be okay with just Trump saying, okay, now that I'm in power, I'm going to keep it that. But it'd be better than the alternative. The one thing that we have all been screaming about is less government control. We as Americans do not like to be controlled. We like our liberties and we like our freedom. And the big key to that is, well, we created this country and it was just to be free of tyrannies. Be free of tyranny. So I really do believe that it would be an injustice, not just to the American people, but even injustice to Trump, If he gets elected, it's then say, okay, now I'm making my power. Because it's again, you're going back against the whole thing that makes America different. Now, a lot of people say, well, wait. A lot of people out there have freedoms. They have what America has. Well, yes, but also if you look at those countries, there's still a higher power that's still involved in their daily lives. Let's look at Britain, for example. Parliament runs a huge part of their lives. The only difference is that the king and queen no longer hold that power. Now it's Parliament and the Prime Minister who hold it. And they hold it over their heads like an anvil, and they drop it any chance they get. France doesn't have a qualm of if the populace starts to act out of line. France use the military against their own people. That's no problem at all to them. That's just a couple examples right there. If you have your eyes open, a lot of folks are nodding and going, yeah, I see that. But to those that are like I totally disagree with you, your eyes are open, you're not watching what goes across overseas. Look at the free countries around the world and look at what's different from America to across the pond, as they put it, across the ocean. Look, see what goes on in there. And as divided as our country is, the Democrats stay in power. They're just going to keep this country divided anyway. They love strife. They love conflict. Because if we're at each other's throats here in this country, then we're not paying attention to what government's doing. And they love that. The Democrats love that. And then you got to pull the whole, watch what this hand's doing, never mind this hand. And instead, if you guys just go ahead and squabble over there in the corner like little kids and fight, we're going to go do what we're doing over here anyway. And then when you guys are done yelling, arguing, and everything, everyone calms down, and all these new laws and rules and regulations are in place, and you go, what happened? Where did that rule come from? So yeah, we got two outlooks in this: a bleak America or a really good America. But either way it goes, this America that we're living and breathing in today will be gone after November. So enjoy it. I hope you guys all had a good 4th of July week and do anything for the 4th. We did stuff to do before and the day after, but the 4th itself was just a movie day, chill back, relax. Listen to the pops and booms that have to happen. I don't even think we even turned on any of like the fireworks shows on TV. But it ain't over. Once again, come November, we will be once again fighting for our freedoms, our liberties, and our independence. And if you love your freedom of thought, you love your freedom of being able to form an opinion in your mind, then say something that's there, and it's your opinion, you're able to voice that. And I encourage you highly to go out there and vote Republican. If anyone right now goes out there and votes blue, you're going to get chains upon your back, shackles around your arms, and your mouth will be quiet because it'll definitely censor anything you have to say. You won't be able to say anything without approval. And I always use that one because that's our very first amendment. Of course, the other one too is our guns. If you like to have a gun, you want to go out there and have it for defense, go out and hunt, vote red. The Democratic America will not have guns, except for those that are in power. They will definitely put the Fifth Amendment right up there at number one, though. They will definitely, you have the right to remain silent. Don't say shit. So, yeah, folks, a lot of stuff to think about. Contemplate for yourselves. Figure out what do you want to do to help build back up this country. And the choice is in your hands. Come November. It's your choice. Once the dust settles, we'll see what comes out of the choices everyone made. My mind's already made up. You all know I put that down come November. I'm voting red all the way across the board. And for you smartasses out there say, well, you got to hand feelers all over the place. And who's Trump's VP? Even I don't know that one, so don't ask. Smartasses. He's got his pick. He's already mentioned that he knows that who's going to be a VP, but he will not mention that pick until the 15th, possibly the 14th of this month, the day before or the night of the convention. So, yeah, we're going to step away on Peter Breath like I am. Word out of the Trump camp is mine. For the stubborn Democrats out there, though, this has been coming out of the Trump camp for the past 5 months, and that is women's rights. And they've been hitting this hard because the Democrats have been hitting and trying to lie their asses off, saying that vote for Trump is a vote against women's rights. Women still have the right to work. Women still have the right to vote. Women still have the right to make the same wage. And that's what the Trump camp. As far as the abortion policies goes, the Trump campaign has said that the Supreme Court had it right. It's not up for the federal government to decide, it's up to the states. Leave it up to the states. Nowhere in there did he say that I'm going to make it so that way then women can't have abortions. He never said that. He says it's up to the states to decide their own laws. And if you don't like what one state has to say or how their laws are, that's great. You've got 49 other states to choose from. So yeah, the women's rights issue, I don't want them to give Democrats keep bringing it up other than the fact it's just a distraction. I really don't even know why the second thing on their agenda is pushing the minority. We all have the same equal rights, same equal opportunities. The only thing that differs from pay wages is what state you're in. You're in what city? There's that city. Like there, Chicago right now, they make more than the average Joe down here where I live. Our minimum wage is at 15, that's across the state. It's 15. And that is what Illinois has said minimum wage is going to be. Oh, wait, no, we still got one more year. I'm sorry, we're still in 2024. Next year, run up to 15. But if you're up in Chicago, they've already bumped that wage up to $20 an hour. If you're a fry cook, let's say like Applebee's or something, you're going to make 20. Now, if you're flipping burgers or whatnot, you're going to make 17. But that's the Chicago, Joliet, Peoria. That's the northern part there next to the Great Lake of Michigan. Now, California, they've done theirs differently, and I think even Washington State did too, where they're doing 20 minimum wage. Excuse me, that's not up on it. There's a $20 minimum wage across the board. Cities can go higher, but it's 20 across the board. But you see the fallout from those actions. Down here in our community where the 15-hour minimum wage has been slowly rolled out, most of our smaller mom-and-pop stores and restaurants are able to cope with that. When you do something like Cali and Washington State have done, and even Chicago, Joliet, Peoria, we just automatically go, I'm just going to throw 20 out there. Good luck adjusting. And then you get people, I know you all have seen these people out there across TikTok and whatnot, and Instagram that are gripe about their meals costing outrageous prices. $14 for a Big Mac meal. That depends on where you're staying. If you're living in one of these states or cities that are broke this crap up for $20 an hour, yeah, your meal's going to run you $15, $17. For us, a Big Mac meal down here in small town Taylorville is still going to cost us about $11. And that's after tax. Why? Because we rolled out a slow dollar by dollar amount to get up to 15. We need to slap it on business owners, especially small business owners. We need to slap it out there and say, hey, deal with it. This is the new norm. The one thing I will like to see during the Trump administration is we're going to look at inflation. And as inflation rises, guess what? So does the minimum wage. What I really fucking love to see, though, is here's the wages. Companies can no longer inflate your cost just because people have more spending power. The more money people have, the more money you can make. But you can still leave a bag of chips at $3.49. You can still leave a gallon of paint at $7. Just because people are out there making 15 to 20, that's no excuse for you to raise up your damn prices just because you are the CEO of a company and decide, well, they got more money, so I'm going to make more money. No. The other thing, too, the income tax can go bye-bye. You should have city, state, and federal. And that goes solely for infrastructure. Brings me back to an article I was reading last year. And the maggots up there on Capitol Hill are saying, it's tough. We can't make a living at $384,000 a year.
But you can.
What the fuck? The average Joe out here is lucky if we make $30,000, and you're griping because you can't sustain a living of $384,000. And actually, correction, that was a month. That was monthly income on that. So they can't make a good living at $384,000 a month. Well, we're scrapping it together and hope we can at 30. Now, see, my thought was, and this is how I always looked at it growing up, was if I was making $30,000 to $36,000, actually, no, correction, that would be, if I was making $36,000 for a year, I was doing all right. because that means I'm bringing in about $3,000 to $4,000 a month. So I'm doing pretty good. Now, if pulling that in now, I'm still just I'm just above lower class. Like, how in the hell did that happen? And you even got the guys up here. I don't know how it is all across the U.S. I don't get into the big details on the inner workings of the smaller governments. But I know ours here, they just gave themselves another $180,000 raise. For what they've done for the people here in this state, I don't think they deserve that $180,000. But they'll bitch because, like, oh, it's so hard to maintain a living. If you need more than $40,000 a year to maintain a lifestyle, you're living well outside your means, and you're living very fucking good. If you're struggling, cut down your fucking expenses or something. There's no excuse. Especially these bureaucrats up there that want to say, well, $384,000, that's just not enough. Oh, please. I'll hand them a fucking dime and say, here's something, call somebody. I don't give a fuck. And I'm cheap like that too. I'm going to corner. Shit. I need to keep some money for myself. I'll give them a dime. Well, yeah, guys. Well, that's enough of that one there. Like I said, we got our decisions to make, and we're going to see what America comes out of this election. It's scary. At the same time, though, the benefits and the future can look bright. Apprehensive about it. That's what I am apprehensive about it. I'm scared of what could be. At the same time, though, I really look forward to what the potential is for this country. I look at that and I get so excited.
By the way, guess what?
The benefits, the future, the culture looks really good. If you look at that way, it looks great. But at the same time, I just kind of hold back and go, well, these guys get it again. No, might just move to China. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for listening to me, hanging out with me. We're going to try and do some more here a month. Throughout the month. And I got a lot of free time on my hands now with my injury, and my right arm's pretty much useless. So, all this time I now started to come up with ideas to do videos. And we do have logos in the work. My daughter is working really hard on them. I got the first rough draft in. Some of you guys have seen them. But yeah. So get stuff going on with the channel. We're going to keep it going. By the way, if you're new and you like what we have to say on the channel, or you have some input, let us know too. But hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified time, the reminder button as well. That way you get reminded anytime we come up with a new video. I'm still trying to hit that magical, I think it's like 15 and things what we need, something like that, so we can start going live. That's really all I care about. I have one of our subscribers, Tammy, and her husband, Fred. Appreciate you guys, by the way. Did ask, do you make any money off this channel, off these videos? And I said, no. I said, I don't do it to make money off the channel. That's not what I'm doing this for. I do it because I love doing it. I love getting information out there. Yeah. But I would really love to go live, but to go live, I need like 15 or 20. I need to look back at that and see how much I need to go live. Then I don't have to shoot the video and then post it. I think it's a stupid freaking thing that Google's doing with YouTube. I think it should be like if you're on YouTube, you want to go live, you should be able to see it. It's their rules. But anyways, guys, that is enough of my mouth. We will catch you guys on the next one. Love you all. Have a great day.
I did